Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Jesse Palmer reacts to Mark leaving Golden Bachelorette. Joan Vasso's Golden Bachelorette journey is nearing the end. That means she has to make some tough decisions over who she is connecting with and who she isn't. Bachelor Nation host Jesse Palmer reacts to Joan's decision to send fan favorite Mark Anderson home. Joan Vassos wasn't feeling it with Kelsey's dad. Joan Vassos strongly believed that her second great love was among the 24 suitors chosen for her on the Golden Bachelorette. But which one? She set off on solo dates with her suitors over the last few weeks to find out which man she sparks with the most. With the season finale rapidly approaching, Joan Vassos had to take a serious approach. In the latest episode, she skipped handing out individual roses on the group and solo dates. That put all of the suitors on an even playing field during the rose ceremony. Bachelor Nation fans had high hopes for Mark Anderson and Joan Vassos from the beginning. Viewers fell for Mark during his brief appearance on Joey Graziadei's season of The Golden Bachelor, so why wouldn't Joan fall for him too? Mark Anderson finally had his solo date on this week's episode. Unfortunately, the conversation stalled. They eventually connected, giving Mark Anderson hope for a future with Joan. Unfortunately, she didn't feel the same. She sent him home ahead of the rose ceremony. Chalk, Jordan, Guy, and Pascal are the final 4 contestants heading into hometowns. Jess Palmer reacts to Mark leaving Golden Bachelorette. Mark Anderson was a sure match for Joan Vassos, or so viewers assumed at the beginning of the show. Jess Palmer opened up to Entertainment Weekly about the shocking elimination. He agreed with viewers that Mark was an early frontrunner. If you had told me night 1 that Mark would be sent home before hometowns, I would have said you were nuts, he told the outlet. However, he ultimately agreed with Joan's decision. As wonderful as Mark is, I believe Joan simply had stronger connections with the other men. He also shared, for future reference, how Mark Anderson could have broken the ice with Joan on his solo date. He shared his go-to icebreaker. During awkward silences, I generally opt for self-deprecation or an awful dad joke to lighten the mood. I went to buy some camouflage pants, but I couldn't find any. The Golden Bachelorette has been full of unexpected twists, heartwarming moments, and emotional farewells. But no one saw this one coming. Mark, one of the fan-favorite contenders, made the shocking decision to leave the show. As the dust settled, all eyes were on Jess Palmer, the Golden Bachelorette's charismatic host, to weigh in on what happened. It was an emotional evening at the Golden Villa. The sun had dipped below the horizon, and as the contestants gathered around for another night of cocktails and connection, a quiet tension filled the air. The usual banter and easy smiles were muted. Mark, who had consistently been one of the strongest contenders in the race for the Bachelorette's heart, had been unusually introspective all day. There was a restlessness to him, a sense that something was brewing beneath the surface. As the cameras captured the golden-lit villa, Jess Palmer, ever the calm and composed host, walked in with his signature blend of confidence and empathy. What he didn't know yet was that the night would soon take a turn no one expected. Mark pulled Jesse aside, asking for a private conversation. The veteran host, having navigated countless emotional moments throughout his career on reality TV, knew this was serious. With the cameras following at a respectful distance, they headed into a quieter corner of the garden, away from the other men vying for the Bachelorette's heart. Jesse, in a later confessional interview, described the moment as surprising but also deeply real. As Mark sat down, his face a mixture of resolve and vulnerability, Jesse could sense what was coming before the words were even spoken. Mark had been a strong presence in the house, Jesse recalled, but I could see that this wasn't about strategy or competition anymore. This was a personal decision, something deeper than a rose ceremony. Mark opened up to Jesse, speaking candidly about the emotional weight of the experience. I thought I was ready, he said, his voice steady but full of emotion. "I came here to find love, to be open and vulnerable, but somewhere along the way, I realized I'm not fully healed from my past. There are pieces of me I need to figure out before I can truly offer my heart to someone else." The weight of his words hung in the air, and Jesse, ever the empathetic listener, nodded with understanding. Mark's decision to step away wasn't made lightly. It wasn't about cold feet or not feeling a connection with the Bachelorette. It was about honoring where he was in his personal journey, recognizing that he couldn't fully commit to someone else until he had first taken the time to heal himself. It was a sentiment that resonated deeply, not just with Jesse, but with many viewers watching from home. In his reaction, Jesse expressed his respect for Mark's decision. "In all my years of hosting, moments like these remind me of the raw humanity of this experience. It's easy to get swept up in the competition and the drama, but at its core, the Golden Bachelorette is about real people navigating complex emotions." Mark's decision to leave isn't a failure. It's a powerful statement about self-awareness and growth. As Jesse shared his reflections with the audience, there was a clear admiration for Mark's honesty and bravery. It takes real courage to recognize when you're not ready, especially in a setting like this, where the stakes feel so high and everyone's watching. But love isn't a race. It's not about who gets the final rose. It's about being in the right place, emotionally and mentally, to give and receive love authentically. Back at the villa, the other men were shocked to hear the news. Mark had been a steady force in the group, a man with genuine intentions and a calm demeanor. His departure sent ripples through the house, sparking conversations about the emotional toll the process can take. For some, Mark's decision prompted self-reflection as they questioned their own readiness for such a life-changing commitment. As Jesse returned to address the group, his tone was respectful but firm. "Mark has made a decision to step away from this journey," he said, his voice resonating with empathy. "It's a reminder to all of us that this process is about more than just finding love. It's about knowing yourself and being honest with where you are in your own journey." The Bachelorette herself, visibly moved by the news, expressed her support for Mark's choice. "I had a strong connection with Mark," she admitted in her own confessional, "but I respect his decision to take care of himself first. That's the kind of man I admire, someone who knows when to prioritize his emotional well-being." Jesse, reflecting on the broader implications of Mark's exit, shared some poignant insights during his post-show interviews. "This season has been a beautiful exploration of love later in life, but with that comes a lot of history and emotional baggage. Everyone here has lived full lives, and sometimes that means recognizing that you're not quite ready to dive into something new until you've processed the past." As the host of the show, Jesse has always been a steadying presence, guiding both contestants and viewers through the emotional highs and lows. His reaction to Mark's departure showcased his ability to connect on a deeper level with the participants, recognizing that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away. Mark leaving was a powerful reminder that love, at any age, requires vulnerability, but also honesty with yourself, Jesse concluded. "I have no doubt that when Mark is ready, he'll find the love he's looking for. And when he does, it will be all the more meaningful because he's taken the time to heal and grow." As the night ended, there was a sense of both loss and growth in the air. Mark's departure was unexpected, but it was a testament to the authenticity that the Golden Bachelorette aims to foster. And for Jesse Palmer, it was another reminder that even in a world of roses and romance, the most important love story is the one you have with yourself.